If you need anything, dear, just sing it out.
This week, isletunes hits the triple digits, and episode 100 is ready to give you an audio list of 2026's Music PEI Award nominees. Pick a genre, someone's up for it, so here are a few artists you haven't heard about but should. Yous ready, PEI? Let's get her done! How's she going, Prince Edward Island? I am your host, Adam Michael James, and you are listening to the November 21st, 2025 episode of the Music PEI Award nominated isletunes. That's right, this little show you're listening to is up for the Leo Chevry Community Contributor of the Year Award, which has me tickled pink and all the other colors too. Thank you, Music PEI, for honoring isletunes in this uniquely island way. This is also, as it happens, episode 100 of this podcast. Now, it's true, the plan had been to give you the audio version of the live episode slated to be recorded at the Trailside this past Sunday. The event didn't work out, but don't worry, y'all. You're still going to love this backup plan. Since isletunes has been nominated for a Music PEI Award, why not give you a taste, if your ears can taste, of other nominees in other categories, and some of the lesser-known ones at that. Still a fitting celebration as we get into triple digits up in here, and the idea of an isletunes live episode is hardly dead. The Trailside and I, plus the artists who were scheduled to appear last Sunday, will soon be pulling out the calendar and setting a date for this walk down the aisle of seats. Do I still think a live episode of isletunes would be hot? I do. Now, let's get into our night of nominees, or whatever time of day you happen to be listening, and start with a guy to keep your eyes on, or 20 eyes if you got 'em. That's the name of the group he emerged from, and not for nothing, the group itself was up for a Music PEI Award last year. Ryan Van Winkle is a graduate of both Holland College's School of Performing Arts program and Humber College out of Toronto, and in addition to his punk predilections, you can hear him jamming out with island jazz as well. Ryan is a 2026 Music PEI nominee twice over in the category of Musician of the Year and also Alternative Recording of the Year, in which he is challenged by Daisy, Firing Squad, and Oak Drive. If you know anything about being an artist, you know creating something often involves blood, sweat, and tears, which is what makes this song an anthem of sorts. From his Not N-A-U-G-H-T for Nothing EP, which came out in August, this is Ryan Van Winkle on isletunes with Bleed Your Art. I hear you, buddy. Where's my tourniquet?
shoot, you're short now. There is something going on at the fabric store. Shoot, you're short now. 'Cause there ain't no water running through the pipes. Shoot, you're short now. Shoot, you're short right now. Short now. There is something going on at the fabric store. Shoot, you're short now. 'Cause there ain't no water running through the pipes. Shoot, you're short now. Shoot, you're short right now.
GPS won't lead you there, but isletunes tells you exactly how to get to Mango Street, as in the Mango Street Trio with their single Fraggles Loft. The threesome of Ivan Garnica, Danica Poirier, and Chris Chisholm also have Holland College's SOPA program in common. That's where they met, and their jam, as you just heard, is fusing jazz, hip-hop, and rock together in a way that still appeals to the masses. There's 3 of them, which makes it wildly appropriate that they are up for 3 Music PEI Awards: Entertainer of the Year, the Craig Fair Behind the Music Trophy, and R&B Soul Recording of the Year. Other candidates in that category are Nota Cobb, Sidhu Sne, and the Trio from Mars. Fun fact, when Chris met Ivan, who had come from Mexico, he gifted him with a chicken and a bicycle. Doesn't shed any new light on why the chicken crossed the road, but it does give us an idea of how the foul guy did it. I don't really have to tell you much about this next guy. If you've even seen one live show here, chances are you've seen him, because he's just as happy to perform with other acts as he is to create solo material. In fact, I would say he prefers the former to the latter. His musical journey started in high school, where he played with the band Monolith. He then got on board with the Rude Mechanicals and had a 6-year run in Toronto with them. When he came back to PEI in 2005, well, that's when he got into the multi-instrumentalist thing sing and decided to augment other acts with his abilities. In addition to being a skilled musician, he's also a writer. He did up entertainment columns for The Guardian for years, and in 2014 he put together the book Global Chorus, a collection of environment-positive ruminations, including those from David Suzuki, Maya Angelou, and Jane Goodall, to whose Jane Goodall Institute of Canada goes a portion of the proceeds from his album Apricity, which came out last year. I consider him a friend, and Gaia knows he's a friend to the PEI music community. He's Todd McLean, and he's deserving enough of a twofer in terms of tracks. Let's start with one from Apricity, an ode to his beloved cat who crossed the Rainbow Bridge after 17 years. I know my little girl Jado was there to greet him. This is Casiris by Todd McLean, the first half of an
isletunes Rock Block.
I met you only once, but I can't forget your face. I see it when I stop and close my eyes. We waltzed round Radioland in a corduroy flame, and I felt the heat long after our goodbye. I was off on my own when a cozy town lured me off the road I had found so alone. But in you I think I've found my new home. You took a piece of me when you walked out that door. I'm stumbling, wondering what there is to do. I hope there'll be a way to see you once again. If these small town streets can lead me back to you. I was off on my own when a cozy town lured me off the road I had found so alone. But in you I think I've found my new home. know every curve of your face. I see it when I open up my eyes.
The second of two Todd McLean tracks on iTunes, that was New Home from his 2018 album Long John June, an ode to the first meeting of his lovely wife Savannah Belcher McLean, who I also adore. Oh, I forgot to mention that Todd has been nominated for 3 Music PEI Awards: Musician of the Year, Entertainer of the Year, and Community Contributor of the Year. Hey, that's the one iTunes is up for. Don't be greedy, you've already got 2 other categories. This one is mine. Sorry, I lost control there for a moment. Coming up, putting yourself in front of a firing squad, letting yourself be overtaken by the throes of love, and getting into a little lifetime achievement, Music PEI style. Every winner, and yea, even every nominee designated by Music PEI, becomes a part of history. Music PEI is making history itself, as this coming celebration marks the 25th anniversary of their first awards gala back in 2001. What else was going on in the province in past years? You don't even need to crack open a textbook to find out. Keeps you from getting any of those pesky paper cuts, because I'm here to get historical on you with this 100th episode segment of This Week in PEI History. November 22nd, 1933, the Charlottetown Guardian reported that, the previous day, Lieutenant Governor Charles Dalton had sustained a broken leg after falling while getting out of his car. That he was 83 had nothing to do with it. The curb near the intersection of Great George Street and Richmond Street had been icy. Hey, we're starting to dip below freezing. Let's be careful out there, especially if you happen to be hoofing it at that particular corner near the Guild. November 23, 1944, the band of the HMCS Cornwallis out of Halifax was listed in the Charlottetown Guardian as having come to PEI to perform at the Sporting Club. Mind you, this was not only the era of big band, but the World War II fight against fascism, and it was not uncommon for either the troops to be entertained or the troops to do a little entertaining themselves. Despite the Nova Scotia origin, the ensemble boasted 2 members from Charlottetown, Victor McFarlane and Charles McGregor. Little venue history for you is the Sporting Club was at 34 Grafton Street and burned down, only to be replaced with the Rollaway 7 years later in 1951. Rock and roll groups the Tremtones, the Thunderbolts, and the Blue Crystals played there, though in an unusual twist of fate, the Rollaway itself burned down in 1991, and that time the building was demolished completely. It's still only a vacant lot. Oh, if those grass blades could talk. November 26, 1890, the Daily Examiner took care to list ships that had departed from Murray Harbor for ports in Cape Breton and Nova Scotia proper. On November 15th, the schooner George Kirby had set sail. On November 17th, the Marcel Butler. November 19th, folks waved bye-bye to the Belle of the Bay. And on November 21st, the Genesta had pulled up anchor. The notification went on to say that the weather had been unusually mild for the time of year, with hardly any frost compared to usual years where the ground had already been frozen. Quote, "The climate of this island seems to be getting milder from year to year." Unquote. Might that have had anything to do with the Industrial Revolution, which had been going great guns for over 25 years in both Canada and the US at that point, and spewing black gunk into the air which they had no idea could be harmful? Might it? Just saying.
Hi, I'm Tamara.
Hi, I'm Loic.
And we're from the Umbrella Collective. And you're listening to isletunes with Adam Michael James.
isletunes F-bomb alert!
Yo. Since I fucked up things with Gladys, I've been working on my purpose. Patient sessions daily, I'm attending all the classes. 2020 vision, maximize, enhance my verses. Break that cycle, loves a vehicle, shooting clear like rifle. Watch my steps like Michael, balling clear like Jordan, Ballon d'Or like Messi. Know the name or title, still going with the flow is vital. Most days I pause and think Charlie routine never gets hard to remember. Nostalgia, free my mind of cancer. Deep down I find the answer, seeking brain I on my lantern. I keep the oil burning, heart is growing, sowing seeds. This time around I never want to hold a banter. Rare encounters where I see my father's setbacks. His name I cannot slander, his voice I hear like thunder. yeah. Take the baton, run my race, guiding light as on that. Tell me what's the equivalent of seeing God on earth, going through your heart and then you find your element. Give your heart to her. Sometimes I'm moving so belligerent, yeah. I'm moving so belligerent. I give my heart to her, but sometimes I'm so belligerent, yo.
Sometimes I feel benevolent, lost out on my innocence. Shoot back 12-year boy, been gone there ever since. Yo, kill that boy, here's my name, right, it's sediment. Drug through the dirt, I found my home and settled it. Fuck these boys and if I'm name literate, yo. Sometimes morals burn like cigarettes, toxic hopes are fake, real etiquette. These eyes ain't realize no president, gotta read between its eye and evident. Yo, these boys, they don't work. Heart to heart, I'm alive for anything. Had my time to learn, I'm harnessing my will, my soul, my mind, my heart stays so strong, it's medicine. Flow so hard, it's like your medicine. Taste so rich, it's like I'm venison. Born and raised in, heart so settled in. We put in that work, out to align with earth. Pockets aligned with dirt. Won't stop the assignment, I keep on grinding, trying to know my worth. I'm not about that hurt. Left Prince Island now with a mindset, no one to blind and work it towards a better world. I work.
Sent to us from Nigeria, that is C. Ruth on iTunes in a collaboration with Xanders via his August single, Heart of David. As you can tell, Sir Ruth has a knack for successfully combining hip-hop and reggae. He's been described as a cross between Kendrick Lamar and Bob Marley, and I hear that. You may also know him as a founding member of the award-winning Umbrella Collective, and he takes his stage name of Ruth as an homage to his mom. The Music PEI Rap Hip Hop of the Year Award has nominees in, of course, C. Ruth, but also Melvis NAP and Sidhu Snap. The word morph derives from metamorphosis and went into use in the 90s. Leave it to us to always shorten words instead of not being lazy, but that's a discussion for another time. Morph, the way we use it, refers to one thing slowly or quickly changing into another. Remember Michael Jackson's Black or White video? Yeah, like that. Here on PEI, we have morph in the form of singer/composer/producer and saxophonist Andrea Medina from Colombia and local songwriter/composer/producer and pianist Angela Sierra. And this January single of theirs, In un Café, which is what got them nominated for Music PEI's Pop Dance Recording of the Year alongside Ava and Lily, Diana Delirio, and Kinley. Morph is also an appropriate word for their output because in this song alone I hear, of course, Latin influences. The duo's repertoire is bilingual, but also pop, electronica, a little hip-hop in there, yet nothing clashes despite the uniqueness of the sound. Pull up a chair in un café and sip some barraquito as iTunes brings you Morph.
En un café lo descifré, abrí los ojos con temor al encontrarme cara a cara con el dolor. No suelo endulzar una taza de amargo sentir, un débil latir, continuo aroma y fuerte furor se apodera de esta mi canción. Yo me encontré historia y letra de un tipo allí. Él relataba todo el cuento de este jardín. Hay heridas de mi existir, otra perspectiva de vivir. Fue mi anestesia para no sentir, fue mi salida y pude seguir. No siempre será así.
the multi-award-winning Tiffany Leo on iTunes with the follow-up to her smash EP Riding the Waves. That was Spring in Tian Shan. She is, as you heard, a virtuoso on the Chinese pipa, which she's been playing for over 20 years. I'll have you know that she is credited with introducing traditional Chinese music to Canada. Tiffany recorded this track with Ivan Garnica from the Mango Street Trio and also Mark Carr Rowlett. In case you're wondering, Tian Shan is a town some 200 kilometers inland from Shanghai, but it's also a mountain range. The word Tian Shan means celestial mountain. Tiffany has been recognized in 4 Music PEI categories this go-round: Instrumental Recording of the Year, Traditional Recording of the Year, Single of the Year, which has her up against Lawrence Maxwell, Logan Richard, and 2 Hours Traffic, and Achievement in Global Music, which sees her vying against Diana Delirio, Right Flow, and In Echo. She won in 2024 and 2025, third time the charm? You'll have to wait with the rest of us to find out in March. Speaking of China, I was today years old when I found out the gun was invented in China. And of course, firing squads have been around since people learned how to shoot. Execution using that method has seen a comeback in the US this year, surprise, surprise. Fortunately for PEI, the only firing squad we have is the 4-piece band aiming for your eardrums with their hardcore and skate punk stylings. These guys must prefer their mystery because I could find precious little about them online. I have a feeling that's going to change now that they've been nominated for Music PEI's Alternative Recording of the Year Award. They're going to have to shoot it out with Daisy, Oak Drive, and Ryan Van Winkle, who you heard earlier. One thing that's not a mystery is that punk songs are notoriously short, so right here, you're going to get 2 of them. They're both from Firing Squad's self-titled EP that came out in July. Lock and load, Islanders. You're about to get punked by an
isletunes rock block.
The second of a punk 2-pack, that's Firing Squad, from the group Firing Squad, from the EP Firing Squad. How meta can you get? Can you handle it? isletunes can. Still to come, a ballad about Blooming Point. John Donovan goes so far north he reaches the moon, and Teresa Doyle gets exactly what she deserves. I know we're being inundated with Christmas everything. I liked it much better when we didn't get into that until December. And although Yuletide is making its way into local performances, there are still other performances going on that don't have anything to do with it. Here's a little of both in Gigs to Dig across Prince Edward Island. Thursday, November 27th, it's Island Jazz, Louisa Gariza at Baba's Lounge. November 29th, Brian J. Dunn plays at the Old Triangle. Getting into December 2nd, Tara McLean with Bayfield String Quartet on this winter's night at Trailside Music Hall. December 5th, Magnolia plays at Hunter's Ale House. Also on the 5th, Jerry Laird plays at Talika Mexican Bar and Grill in Charlottetown. I think that's a new establishment. December 12th, Fiddler's Sons and Saltwater Dollies have their holiday show at Trinity United Church in Summerside. And December 13th, Brian J. Dunn moves to the Bogside Brewing Company. Don't forget, Baba's Lounge holds an open mic night every Wednesday at 9 p.m., hosted by the one and only Kinley.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Nicholas Romero, and you're listening to isletunes.
I'm getting 70s influences here. Anyone else think this would have fit right in on the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving soundtrack?
Where's the turkey, Chuck?
Bet you can find turkey in this general store. The name of the album by the Trio from Mars. iTunes just brought you the cut, Blooming Point. Yeah, don't snicker. Everybody knows part of that is a nudist beach. Maybe that's where the sultriness of this track came from? We'll have to ask the combo of Dean Dunsford, Davey Wheel, and Chris Coupland, who first put this group together in 2003, going as Mars Hill. They stopped orbiting in 2009, but relaunched in 2018, adding Devin Krauskopf to the mix. So now they're a trio with 4 people in it. Why? Because they can. They call what they do an organic instrumental art project, which totally fits, and they've been shortlisted for 2 Music PEI Awards in the categories of R&B Soul Recording of the Year and Instrumental Recording of the Year, which sees them competing with Gammons and Noor, Tiffany Leo, and Richard Wood. One thing I'll also have to put to them, should they consent to an interview in the iTunes studios, otherwise known as my basement, is if they took their name from that whole men are from Mars, women are from Venus thing. I still say Pluto is a planet, damn it. Justice for Pluto! Here's a fellow who came to us by way of not Pluto, but Cape Breton. He makes his home in Summerside, and he began performing at the age of 15. This led to the release of his first album in 2010, with the second album in 2023, though to be fair, there was a Christmas record in between them. His EP, Northern Moon, came out in August, and it's in line with the Americana folk style that calls to him. That's probably why he's up for Music PEI's Country Recording of the Year in a chorale that includes Brooke MacArthur, Danny Druin, and Lawrence Maxwell. This here's John Donovan, whose output has been described as having a Telecaster vibe. I had to look that one up, so sue me if I'm not up on my fenders. What's country without a little heartache? It's Throes of Love on iTunes. I don't drink beer. Can I still cry my Pepsi?
In my mind, I replay it all the time. I didn't see it coming on. Naughty by nature, just my imagination. Something here is wrong. I don't understand why you left me. You're right next to me, but you're long gone. I'm hanging in till it breaks me. The throes of love. 23, and I can't help but think that I've waited too long. A second wind blew into town. I know what's true is true, and it's not my intention to make waves or call you out. I don't understand to me, but you're long gone. I'm hanging in till it breaks me. The throes of love. All this time, it's been me to blame for taking too long. I gained nothing but gave my all. Is it the melody or rhythm that don't resonate with you all? Or is it the hook I had
know you've been there. The Throes of Love by John Donovan on iTunes. The ache is real. Hey, did anybody else hear Kenny Loggins' inspo in that? While I was graduating high school in 1987, like class of 87 rolls, okay, this next artist was not only putting out her first record, but doing it on her own label, Bedlam Records. If there's beauty in Bedlam, then she achieved it with the 10 albums that followed. Not to mention she's taught singing in primary schools alongside a clowning/gymnastics/music troupe. She believes that all children should learn to sing, and from that she formed the PEI Summer Children's Festival. Her work is rooted in Celtic music and the stories of PEI, and she's brought those stories to faraway, exotic places like Kenya, Japan, Tibet, India, Ireland, and New York? I am most absolutely talking about Teresa Doyle, and it's this legacy that's earned her the only Music PEI Award that's decided upon ahead of the gala, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, Teresa! Though she's recorded tons of traditional tunes with ease, I wanted to bring you an original song of hers, and for that we go to her 2009 album, Late Night Parlor. Get out the coffee whitener because You're My Cup of Tea on iTunes. Wait, I can't be the only one who uses coffee whitener in tea.
I've got a little secret I'm ready to share about a little something beyond compare. I like it in the morning, I like it a lot. I like it in the evening and I like it hot. Oh baby, baby, I like my tea. I like lapsang, souchong, seneca and green, dragon well and lemongrass, bunch of tangerine. But when I'm feeling spicy, I reach for the chai. It's not the kind of brew you drink with just any guy. Oh baby, baby, you're my cup of tea. You're my oolong when I'm too long out on a tour. My Earl Grey on a cold day when the weather's poor. My jasmine when the passion is running high. Darjeeling when I'm feeling a little bit shy. Now I can tell you coffee's a marvelous drink, and when I'm drinking coffee it helps me think. But thinking's overrated, I've got to say. I'd rather share a pot of tea any day. Oh baby, baby, you're my cup of tea. You're my oolong when I'm too long out on a tour. My Earl Grey on a cold day when the weather's poor. My jasmine when the passion is running high. Darjeeling when I'm feeling a little bit shy. Now I can tell you coffee's a marvelous drink, and when I'm drinking coffee it helps me think. But thinking's overrated, I've got to say. I'd rather share a pot of tea any day. Oh baby, baby, you're my cup of tea.
Teresa Doyle, Music PEI's Lifetime Achievement Award winner for 2026, with her song You're My Cup of Tea, wrapping up this look, or rather this listen, of the bulk of this year's Music PEI nominees, of which iTunes is one.
Yes,
bitch.
That's going to do it for episode 100 of this show. I hate to think of the permanent butt print that's formed on my couch from writing up and recording so many episodes. If that doesn't merit the actual Music PEI trophy, it should at least merit you following the show on Facebook and Instagram, and while you're at it, tell all your friends and family and coworkers about it. I still run into way too many people who have never heard of this mofo, and I can't do it all by myself. If you want to get in touch, you can send an email to amj@isletunes.ca or leave a voicemail on 902-807-4250. That's how you can make suggestions or comments or requests, or even send along a recording of you uttering an island catchphrase, one of which starts every episode. Christmas is coming, as I mentioned, and there is isletunes merch available at isletunes.creator-spring.com. And you can also support the show by becoming a member on Patreon, where you'll find exclusive video of live performances and expanded interviews. That's at patreon.com/isletunes. Musical contribution to the isletunes theme by Kayla McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. Coordination assistance by Jackie Robichaux. I'm Adam Michael James, and next week it's 100 plus 1. And I thank you for being my plus 1 on this first triple-digit episode. Keep rocking and keep believing in freedom, which we take so for granted. Not a good idea given what's going on in my home country to the south right about now. Maybe it's because I have Dutch heritage that I even more gravitate to the words of Dutch diplomat Gijs de Vries. Ultimately, freedom and democracy are stronger than fear and tyranny. You know it. Thanks for listening, PEI. See you in 7.